A very good thing to learn early on is how to actually save your smartboards. This is particularly useful because sometimes teachers want to prepare their smartboards before they go into the class, so everything's ready for when they see the students, and this can save a lot of time in class getting things ready. And also it's useful because later when a class is finished you can save your smartboard, and also you can convert it into another format such as PDF, which can then be distributed to the students if they want to have copies of it. So this is the smartboard we were looking at in the previous video. Now obviously the one thing I can do with this is to just save it, and there are two ways you can do that. You can either go through the menu and go save as and give it a file name and then save it, or you can go to the save icon and do the same thing. So I'll just give this the name demo smartboard, and I'll save it on the desktop. Okay. So now I can close that, and then when I go back onto the desktop I can find that. It's saved as a smartboard file. Only computers which have the smartboard software can read this. So unless you have it on your computer at home or on your laptop, then you're not going to be able to open the file unless it's saved in a different format. So okay, let's go back and open that up. And there we go, there's our saved smartboard. The other thing you can do is to actually export it as a different format. So for example, if you go up to the file menu and go to export, there are different options there. My advice perhaps would be to export it as a PDF, because this is a widely recognized format that most computers can read. If you click on that, you can then save it as a PDF, and you can save it in three different ways: as a series of thumbnails, which creates a sort of a box in the middle. You can do it as handouts, where it's the boxes are made, or each individual page is made small with sort of notes next to it. Not always that great because it may be quite difficult to see some of the pages. Or there's the full page option, and that's another option as well, and that's quite useful. That's probably the one which fills the biggest space. I think either the thumbnails with the square around it or the full page option is better. And then you can just click on save. Again, give it a title, Smartboard Demo, save it to the desktop, and there we go. And then if we go to the desktop, you can see it's there saved as a PDF, and we can open that up, hopefully. Waiting, wait, hopefully it'll open in a second. Okay, here we go. And you can see again the pages can now be read as PDFs, and the students can, not much really written on there, but there we go. And then again, that makes it easy for students to read it if you want to share it with them, so that's quite useful. Just perhaps one last piece of advice I would give, and that is when you save your smartboards, particularly if you create them in the teacher's room on the computer, I would make two copies. One is a kind of an empty copy, which you're not going to write on, and then another is the copy you're going to write on. This is so that later, if you want to use that same smartboard again and those same smartboard pages, you don't have your classroom writing all over it. And so it's then available as a clean copy for you. It's just a little tip to think about. Okay, thank you very much.